Too high. Hello. Marriage sucks. That's what we're talking about tonight. Does your marriage suck? Are your expectations not being met? Is there constant tension? Like you moving the chair right there?
I was literally just moving his chair.
Another question. Do you get jealous when you see other couples holding hands? What about if you walk into a diner or a restaurant and they have the audacity to sit on the same side of the booth? Like that Seinfeld episode. Hey, Schmoopy. No, you're Schmoopy. Shout out if you've seen that episode. Well, you're in the right place now if your marriage sucks, because Blair and I created a 21-day connection challenge. That's what we're going to call it, a connection challenge. It's for you no matter where you are in your marriage, serious relationship, whether everything is going super well right now or if you could use it. It's going to level up your relationship. So we're super excited about that.
Hi, Jen. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jen.
We love these Monday nights. We're really excited that you guys are hopping on. It's cracking me up that tonight's hey, Karen. There's our faithful Karen. We
Hi,
love
Karen.
you around here every week. But we love that this week, like the whole topic is on marriage sucks, which is not really a word that I love.
We hate
honest.
it.
I
We
hate
hate
that
it.
word. Ugh. But I love this subject because I feel like it's
power.
something that has a lot of power. It's exciting. And as we share with you guys a little bit more about this tonight, we just can't help but think, that 21-day challenge that Ryan was just talking about, it's going to be something that you're going to want to be a part of. So make sure when we drop later, when we're done, we'll drop in the comments below the 21-day challenge, but more importantly, the group marriage movement that you're going to want to be a part of. Super fun. We're going to have some weekly interviews in there from some amazing couples that have gone through some really hard things or are currently going through some really hard things and how they're handling that.
And some super fun couples that have awesome ideas that we've heard since we've just brought up this idea on how they do it. How do they make it all work? Kids, travel, jobs. I mean, it's really exciting. Grab your friends, people that you like to hang out with.
Right.
And let's all get together in the marriage movement group. So back to marriage sucks. So I asked Blair to come up with, and I hate this because it's kind of like going back in the past, right?
Oh,
So
I didn't really think to go way back in the past.
Oh, well,
would've been
anyway,
smart.
here was the question that I asked her. Our marriage sucks when... ...
Oh, you want me to answer?
I do.
You ready?
That's your cue.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm ready or not. I'll let you know in a second.
That was smart. I didn't really go far back. Now I'm like regretting my decisions on what I wrote for tonight.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Anyways, I said our marriage sucks when we are not talking and communicating well, when we're exhausted, we don't have time to talk.
Okay. That was
What's yours?
Oh, that was much easier than I thought.
So we didn't talk about these ahead of time. So he doesn't know what my 3 are, and I don't know what his 3 are.
Right. But while we're on that, if you out there feel like you're two ships passing in the night, because we don't like the word, just type in OMS, our marriage sucks when, and just drop something in there.
Mike Rich. Oh, this is Michael's friend, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
He's like kind of a newlywed, right? Just a couple years in. They just had a baby, I think.
Nice.
So it should be interesting to see what you put as OMS, our marriage sucks. Put down, when are you off? When is it annoying? When are things not going well? Hey, Shannon, haven't seen you in a long time. So our marriage sucks when, all right? So what was your answer to that?
My answer, I think a lot of guys would have this answer. Our marriage...
Oh, jeez. Girls, can you guess what he's going to say?
Guess what I'm going to say. When we have extended periods without sex. I mean...
Not my period.
No,
literally.
sometimes that's included in the middle of there, right? But I have to... I was trying to think of how to explain this to you. So, when you're on an airplane and you're going through the clouds and you look out the window and you can't see anything until you break through the clouds?
Yeah.
That's how my mind gets, and from what I hear most men's mind get when it's been that long. We can't see anything but what's right in front of our face. So anyway, what's next on your list?
Karen, totally guessed that you were going to say that, by the way.
Why 2 days?
I don't know what she wrote for that.
No, I know. What is next on your list?
Okay, number 2. My next one was when Ryan does not want me to go out with my friends, so then I feel guilty when I go because I still go. Most of the time. Because it's important to have friendships. But I feel guilty, then it makes this uncomfortableness, and then, I hate that. So our marriage sucks when Ryan doesn't want me to go out with my friends.
specific events. There's not.
No.
There are a lot of events that I love. Lunch, tea, breakfast, Bible studies are awesome. Cool things like that.
This. Our marriage sucks when Ryan tries to control what things I do with my friends.
I try. Yes, I do it. I'm guilty. I'm super possessive of this. What can I say? That's just how I am. So anyway.
Hey, Tanesha!
Sorry, opening door closed.
Kids slamming and opening doors.
Yeah, okay. So, my next one. Are we on to that? Number
what's
2?
your
Okay.
next one? So
Tea
far
party.
you've had sex, and what else?
Yeah, when we disagree and it goes for more than one day.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I get
uncomfortable.
a pit in my stomach.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how successful I am at work, if I have a great golf match. It doesn't matter what's going on. If things aren't right between Blair and I, and we do our best to try to, talk things out before a night goes, but the few times a year that it happens where we're like, apart for whatever reason, it's awful. And that's really difficult for me.
Yeah, that actually is very similar to my number 3. My number 3 was when I'm annoyed easy at Ryan, which generally means that we're not on the same page, we're not agreeing about something, we haven't had enough time to talk something through. Like when we make decisions about, like if he makes a decision about the kids and I don't agree with it, then I'm annoyed because we didn't get to talk about it ahead of time. So it's usually based on time, not having time together, not being able to communicate something, and disagreeing on it. So I think that's kind of similar to your number 2.
Yeah, basically when we disagree or we're fighting, right?
Yeah.
That's what you'd call it, fighting.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine's more when we're fighting because you go out the girls and wear inappropriate clothes. I knew it was going to come back up. All right. So my number 3 is when we don't get quality time together. So whether it's travel schedules, kids, family, sickness, it's good for me when you do go on a trip because I always learn how much I appreciate you because of all the things that don't get done while you're gone. But after day 1, I'm over it. Like it sucks when you're gone.
How many of you have a traveling spouse or a traveling boyfriend or fiance or vice versa, girlfriend? And that is kind of hard, right? Because the traveling part of it seems like fun at first. Like it's always kind of nice to have your first night alone. But yeah, after that, you're kind of sick of it. So I get what you're saying with that.
And all of you single parents, every time Blair goes away, I am amazed at your energy and strength and how you guys do what you do. So single moms, single dads, it's really, truly amazing. Yeah, sure. Just getting everything done. So that's awesome. So that was my 3.
Okay, that was my 3.
It was your 3? All right.
Yeah.
So we don't want to leave you guys hanging.
We don't want to stay on the negative.
Negative. That was difficult. So that's our top 3. You left out a lot of stuff because you don't like to go to the deep, dark past anyway. But it's good.
I don't like to live in the past.
Right.
But we'll get more.
We'll move forward.
But honestly, if you join us in Marriage Movement, you will hear more about our past stories. You'll hear more about the things that we've gone through, those deep and dark holes. Like, we will get more into that. But I'm not going to lie. I just don't really love to go back to the past.
Me either.
It's not really my favorite
Move forward.
Yeah. So what else are we going to do? So we're out of Marriage Sucks.
Yes.
Let's talk about the 3 things to help your marriage not suck. I really hate saying that word. Like,
Then
I feel like
you
we
can
should have
stop
said
now.
stink.
I know, but if you say stink, it doesn't have the same power. Like, it doesn't have the same feeling. When you say marriage sucks, it's like, oh man, this is awful when this happens.
Yeah, I just don't like that word. So I'm going to say,
I'm with you.
So instead of saying when your marriage stinks, let's talk about the 3 things that you can do to help your marriage not stink.
Yes.
Then it kind of sounds like we're talking about BO or something, but
It totally does.
All right, well, we'll move on.
How to avoid marriage pitfalls.
There we go.
Can we say that?
Better. Yep, we're going to give you guys 3 tips
Most
for that.
importantly,
Those of you that are just, sorry, babe. Those of you that are just joining now, you got to go back and listen to what each of us said about the 3 things that we both feel like is, what would you say? The 3 things that we each said.
When our marriage sucks, when ...
Yeah.
So instead of using that word that we don't like, you could just say OMS. And then say when.
Yeah.
And then also include what you do. Like, Blair needs cool down time. Or is it me? I think I need cool down time. I need cool down time when we're fighting. But yeah, definitely. I need to process everything.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So what are the 3 steps?
Number 1, well, before that, they have to join Marriage Movement. Mm-hmm. So you can drop it like it's hot.
Yep. Don't worry, we'll drop the link in the comments below so you guys can join us, and then you'll get lots more tips, ideas, and things that you can do to make sure that your marriage is always at its A game, and so that your marriage doesn't suck. So instead, you guys can be on the same page. But we're going to give you tonight 3 things that will really help you in that category.
I agree, 100%. Number 1 is communication.
Yep. Talk about it even when it's uncomfortable. No holding back. People are passive aggressive. So instead of like dropping a hint and then walking off, instead,
guilty.
Instead, say to your spouse, "Hey, listen, there's something I really want to talk to you about tonight. It's blah blah blah. When you get home from work or tomorrow morning, can we discuss this?"
Right.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go.
I was just gonna say
go.
I was just gonna say the other person just might need some time to get through it, to talk through it, to think about it, process it. So it's better if you can just drop it and say, "Hey, I'd like to discuss this. Let me know if we can talk about it tonight or tomorrow morning."
Absolutely. So communication, but talk about it at the right time. Never, ever, ever, ever in front of the kids or other people. There's nothing more uncomfortable than when a couple is arguing and then they try to get you on the side. Can you believe he did this? Can you believe she did that? That's not healthy communication. That's not what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And your kids don't understand what the whole story, right? So you don't want to do that ever. In front of them. What else?
You don't need them to take sides,
yeah,
right?
Communication.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about your day.
Oh, yeah. I think this one's really important because so often, especially if you work somewhere where you have really awesome coworkers, they're like family to you, you're talking about the wins, the losses, the aggravations, the funny things all day long with them. Mm-hmm. Then you come home and you're not sharing that with your partner sometimes because you're tired. Well, what ends up happening? You don't develop that closeness, that relationship with him or her that you need to, and instead you're having that need met.
Good job.
That was like a tongue
I was waiting
twister.
for it. I was like
mixing letters.
You got
I'm
it.
sorry. You're getting that need met by other people. So even if you think it's a dumb story, like I was gone for the last couple of days at Latin States with our 8th grader. There were some crazy stories that my friend and I went through.
You do you, boo.
Yep. So I came home and I told a few of them to Ryan because I need him to be able to laugh at me with them and have fun together and know what's going on. So even, when you come home, share the wins, share the losses, share the funny, share the aggravation. Don't make that person like, you don't have to dump on them every single night, but you need to share those things with them, right? And then I love also another one, which is making sure you point out when you see your partner doing something right. Yes. Don't just think it in your head. Like quite often I'll walk by Ryan emptying the dishwasher. Like that's a huge win. Like seeing Ryan empty the dishwasher is like huge, or getting the kids to do it for me. It's such a like little mundane task that takes up time that I don't really need to be wasting on. And so I, always try to make sure I say, and I'm not always great at this, but if I see it, I'm like, wow, thanks Ryan so much for emptying the dishwasher. I so appreciate that. Yeah. Or thanks so much for getting the kids to handle the laundry tonight. That really took that off my plate.
Tonight I asked Jeremiah, Blair was working, I was working, and Jeremiah was on the Xbox, and I just said, "Hey Jeremiah, can you clean up the kitchen?" And he did it. And it was amazing. He said, "Yes, Dad." And he did it, and then Blair didn't have to do it. Plus, we're teaching the kids something. So
right, totally. Oh,
awesome.
and also, guys, if you feel like that these are helpful, we're gonna give you guys 2 more tips as well. But if you feel like these are helpful at all, and you feel like this would really help other people, hit the share button.
Please,
because
share
that's
it.
How they're gonna hear about it. Hit the share button and say, "Hey, listen, this is a couple that's sharing about what happens when their marriage sucks and how they make it better." Or they're giving you some tips about how to make your relationships better. So hit that share button. Tell people why you're sharing it and how it's going to help them, and get this message out. We just want to help as many people as we can. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is that will help your relationship is scheduling time for sex. So yes, all of you guys, actually, my friend.
No, it's 2 separate things: scheduled time and sex.
Oh, sorry. That's hilarious because today, Beth,
now I know how she works.
Beth was like, "Do you guys schedule sex? Because you're such a scheduler." And I was like, I would really love if that was true, but it's not.
No, oh my gosh.
No.
Schedule time together, like quality time.
Who else would love to schedule sex on their calendar? Like just to know it ahead of time. Am I the
Drop
only person?
a 1 in the comments.
Am I the only person? I'm like the only person, I guess. Okay.
All right.
I'm a little bit of a schedule nut.
All right, so let's cover schedule time.
Make sure you show each other that you care by scheduling time together.
Date night. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
not
Date
only-
night calendar. So our biggest one, and you always hear us talk about this, but it's because it's so vital. No matter what our week is like, 2 ships drifting off course, we do our calendars on Sunday. At some point, we do them together, and it's amazing the conversations that it brings. But I think the foundation of us staying on the same page is... Be spontaneous, Blair.
Karen said.
Yeah, right.
I'm working on it, Karen.
Yeah.
What the foundation
The foundation is every Sunday we're doing we're doing our
And
calendars.
actually, another thing that goes along with that is like I do travel with my work, and so I try really hard to make sure I'm always here on Sundays. Not only just for planning, but that's when we go to church together as a family, and it's important that we're sitting beside each other, that we're with each other for that day. We try to do date night on Sunday night. We try to plan our calendars on Sunday night. Date night doesn't always work on Sunday night, but the calendar planning always happens, and that time together as a family on Sunday morning always happens.
And the times that it doesn't happen, it's like Monday hits, and we're like, what happened? It throws the whole week off.
Totally.
So date night, reconnect on Sundays, calendars. She already touched on the sex
Sex
thing.
is important. I mean, it shows an intimacy, in whichever way that is for you and your partner. But it is really important because it does show each other that you care. It's something that you only do with your partner.
Yes.
And so it's an intimate thing. And so it's really important. It really is.
Yep.
As much as we joke about it, it really is.
So nice to hear you say that.
I know.
Just let me know when I'm on the clock, babe. You're scheduling. I'm going to start looking at our calendar. Be like RS in there or something.
All right, let's keep this going.
Keep this thing moving. All right, sacrifice. So Blair likes to say...
Give and take. I love give and take. I think that's exactly what a marriage is. It's give and take, but Ryan doesn't like that term.
I like the word sacrifice because to me, when you get married, it's 2 lives become one, and you each... you each have to give a little.
And take.
Yeah, I don't like the word take, though.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with taking. Like, I'm going to take that you want to do the dishwasher for me.
Oh, I see. How about give and receive? How about receive that instead
I'm
of
going
take
to
it?
take a back massage from you.
You can receive that. You're not taking it.
Okay, so we'll change it to give and receive.
All right,
I
it's
like
not
it.
like takeout.
All right, so give and receive.
Give and receive.
It's so important because... we have to kind of take off some of our selfishness. It's hard sometimes and realize it's a partnership, that we are here to meet each other's needs. We're here to love each other. Empathy is a big part of that, right? And so it can't always be your way or the highway. It can't always be the way that you want it to be. And it really does need to be a partnership where you're thinking about the other person's feelings.
I agree 100%. Can't be selfish. The times that I get selfish, it's super evident, in the marriage. Probably harder on me. Than on Blair, because I'm like, man, that's really selfish, and I shouldn't be doing that. But the times when we're both kind of sacrificing, we get on the same page, and we go together and kind of serve each other. It's amazing how much better I feel. It's amazing. I mean, how much better
for sure.
The unit goes. I'm cracking up about.
What?
Blair has this habit, and it hasn't happened yet. But when you say a phrase to a song, she'll just bust out singing. And I'm trying...
Beth says can't be bossy.
Can't be bossy.
Can't be
That's
bossy,
true.
Blair? That's really difficult.
Oh, my
actually.
goodness.
I know what Ryan's trying to get at right now, and that's that I like to bust out a song.
Highway.
I didn't hear
Let's
that
talk
one didn't
about
come in my
sex,
head.
baby. Oh, that's next week.
Yeah. Sometimes songs just come. It's like Ally McBeal. How many of you guys used to watch Ally McBeal? Where like in the
Dancing with the
show,
Baby?
you'd see like dancing babies in her head. Well, like that happens to me with songs. Like literally, Ryan will be talking to me. I'm like, and I just bust out in a song. So I'm like, oh, that goes with this song. Or like the kids will start
What
talking to
time
me.
is it?
Yeah, about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. So every time the
time.
kids ask me what time it is, that's what I say. I can't help it. But for some weird reason, when we get on Facebook Live, it doesn't happen. Bossy Blair. When we get on Facebook Live, it doesn't happen. Only Beth can say that.
All right.
All right.
Listen, marriage movement. Please, if you didn't catch the beginning of this, we want to hear when your marriage sucks.
OMS.
Yep. OMS, win.
Our marriage
and
sucks when.
Just throw it out there. No, she's a much better dancer than Elaine on Seinfeld. That's a good Seinfeld reference.
Yeah, I have a little bit of good moves.
Yeah. But anyway, marriage movement. You gonna drop that link? Drop it like
I'm
it's
gonna
hot?
drop it like it's hot. I'll drop that link. Drop it like it's hot. And join us in there. Don't forget to hit the share button if you feel like this is gonna help somebody else and let them know why. And that's it. We are
Share.
done for tonight.
See you next week.
Yep. Bye, guys.